The European Judicial Network in Civil and Commercial Matters. 1. Establishment and constitution of the network. The European Judicial Network in Civil and Commercial Matters, EJN Civil, was set up by the Council under a decision on May 28, 2001, binding all the member states except Denmark, and started operating on December 1, 2002. The EJN Civil is a concrete and practical response to simplified judicial cooperation for the benefit of citizens, which results in improved cross-border access to justice. The network has a flexible, non-bureaucratic structure and operates in an informal way with the aims of facilitating judicial cooperation between the member states by supporting the implementation of European civil justice measures and international conventions to which the member states are party, and by providing information to the public to facilitate their access to the national judicial systems. It provides support to the central authorities and is used by them as stipulated in the relating specific instruments, and facilitates relations between different courts and with the legal professions. The idea behind the creation of the EJN is that the gradual establishment of a genuine area of justice in Europe entails the need to improve, simplify, and expedite effective judicial cooperation between the member states in civil and commercial matters. The network also represents an original and practical response to the objectives for access to justice and judicial cooperation set by the Tampere, Finland European Council in 1999 and repeated at the councils in The Hague in 2004 and Stockholm in 2009. The European Council of June 26 and 27, 2014 emphasized the need for further action to facilitate cross-border activities and operational cooperation. The EJN therefore provides valuable access to justice for persons engaged in cross-border litigation or non-contentious judicial proceedings. 2. Details of the EJN membership and operations. The membership of the network consists of one or more contact points designated by each of the member states involved together with the various bodies and central authorities specified in the EU civil justice instruments and in international conventions and other instruments to which member states are also party. The contact points play a key role in the network. They are available to other contact points and to local judicial authorities in their member state to assist them to resolve cross-border issues with which they are confronted and to provide them with any information to facilitate the application of the law of the other member states applicable under Union or international instruments. They are also at the disposal of authorities provided for in community or international instruments relating to judicial cooperation in civil and commercial matters. The contact points assist these authorities in all practicable ways. In addition, they communicate regularly with the contact points of other member states. Since the coming into force of the decision amending the original instrument setting up the network, membership is extended beyond other judicial or administrative authorities responsible for judicial cooperation in civil and commercial matters whose membership is deemed to be useful by the member state, as well as the liaison magistrates with responsibilities for cooperation in civil and commercial matters, to include the professional associations of legal professionals. EJN Civil has more than 500 members, and at present, around 100 contact points have been nominated by member states. The EJN holds 6 meetings per year. The EJN has established fact sheets giving information for citizens in more than 20 different legal areas, and these are available in all Union languages through their European e-Justice portal. 9 guides for citizens outlining information and good practice for practitioners in relation to a number of the EU instruments in the civil justice acquis have been published and are updated regularly. Concrete cases are regularly discussed in confidential EJN bilateral meetings between member states aimed at assisting in the resolution of these cases in the area of family law on maintenance obligations, child abduction, and access or custody rights to a child. The EJN Secretariat is provided by the European Commission, which also organizes and chairs the network's meetings. The EJN Civil facilitates judicial cooperation in civil and commercial matters by interaction between national EJN contact points and is the most important tool available in this area. The EJN is particularly important for solving practical difficulties in concrete cases involving cross-border judicial proceedings. In addition, the network provides a valuable forum for the evaluation of EU instruments in the civil justice acquis based on sharing of experience among the contact points and other members. It is also an important medium of communication and contact among the central authorities involved, notably with the EU family law instruments such as the Brussels IIa and maintenance regulations. More and more EU legislative instruments in civil and commercial matters explicitly make reference to the use of the network to support their implementation, and the network plays a significant role in providing information on national law in different legal areas. As referred to in the Commission's communication of March 11, 2014 on the EU Justice Agenda for 2020, the network has a fundamental function when it comes to the consolidation of available Union instruments in the area of civil justice. 3. Recent development of the EJN. The main challenge for the EJN under the revised legal framework has been to integrate, as of 2011, the new membership of legal professions to the network's activities. The new decision has sought to bring about better operating conditions for the network within the member states by the way of the national contact points and to reinforce their roles both within the network and in relation to judges and legal professions. In addition to extending membership to the professional associations representing legal practitioners at national level who are directly involved in the application of EU and wider international instruments concerning judicial cooperation in civil and commercial matters, the EJN contact points have appropriate contacts with these professional bodies. In particular, those interactions may include exchanges of experience and information with regards to the effective and practical application of European Union instruments and conventions, collaboration in the preparation and updating of the information sheets available on the EJN website, and the participation in relevant EJN meetings, namely the annual meeting of the EJN members. In the area of family law, the EJN has proved to be beneficial, where, in addition to participating in bilateral and plenary meetings of the EJN, member states have, in accordance with the requirements of Union legislation, established central authorities to assist directly in cross-border judicial cooperation in these very difficult and often highly sensitive matters. 4. Making information available at the European e-Justice portal. One of the key tasks of the EJN has been the establishment of a web page containing information about European and international legal instruments and about the national law and procedures of the member states. In this, the EJN contact points work very closely with the European Commission. The aim was also to implement and update, step by step, an information system directed at the public in order to facilitate their access to the national judicial systems, particularly through the website, which largely migrated to the European e-Justice portal. For that purpose, the EJN developed fact sheets on national legislation and procedure relating to Union law instruments. The EJN pages at the European e-Justice portal also contain information about all the EU civil justice instruments and the various EU procedures. In addition, the EJN was instrumental in working with the European Commission to prepare and keep up to date the European Civil Judicial Atlas. This is also available online and contains valuable and very detailed information about the legal systems in the individual member states. Through the use of the Judicial Atlas, which is public, potential exists to access information about various aspects of each legal system, such as the competent courts of the member states for the various national and European procedures, details of enforcement officers and of the legal professionals. On this site are also available forms for many of the European procedures, such as the order of payment and small claims. Alongside the development of the e-Justice portal is the e-Codex project, in which teams in various member states are sharing the development of techniques for the online processing of various procedures. The first of these projects is to establish an online procedure for European small claims.